watching a loved one slowly lose their memory due to Alzheimer's is a painful and a terribly gut-wrenching experience.
Dementia continues to be Australia's second leading cause of death, despite decades of research and drug trials.
We've tried over 200 different drugs for Alzheimer's disease, and nearly every one of them sadly has failed.
A disorder that affects more than 450,000 Australians, a number expected to increase to almost 1.1 million by 2058.
Every 4 seconds, someone is diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. It affects over 40 million people worldwide, and yet finding a cure is still something that eludes researchers today. Some of the symptoms include sleeping difficulties, disturbed memory, drastic mood changes, and increasing confusion. Researchers found through an autopsy that Alzheimer's is caused by irregularities in the brain structure. Alzheimer's disease is commonly caused by continuous decline in thinking and affects the individual's ability to function independently. However, the diagnosed patient is not the only one at impact, as their families, friends, and caregivers are affected by the demands of caregiving. Unfortunately, Alzheimer's has no cure, but research suggests that there are ways to prevent or slow down the progression of the disease. So, to combat the struggles faced by millions across the globe, I've designed a house which aims to reduce the progression of Alzheimer's. This is achieved through ensuring adequate sleep, mental stimulation, and storage for games and puzzles. The house will adopt a 21st century modern look, whilst also ensuring its function is achieved by including appropriate stimulation through colour psychology, music, and other factors. The first experiment consisted of testing 3 different software programs to select one to produce the final design at the highest possible quality. For the second experiment, I tested the conversion of CAD to 3D printing for both Fusion and Blender. I've never previously worked with the 3D printer before, so undoubtedly there was going to be some issues I must face. My first print was not done correctly as the tree structure didn't work. Additionally, the slicing didn't take place as it ended up weighing 262 grams, costing $7 to make. On my second attempt, I took extra care to add all appropriate structures and the model came out perfectly. I then compared the 3D printed model to the laser cutted and decided that the 3D printer presented a higher quality product. For this experiment, I tested colour saturation of wall paint to test whether each colour would be stimulating enough. I concluded that the pink was not suitable. This then brings me to the production phase where I constructed the final design solution. As this project is predominantly created on my personal desktop, I had to cut my working hours shorter than I desired due to headache and back pain. Correct posture wasn't maintained, leading to minor strains. However, despite this, I was able to continue producing the final product in ArchiCAD, a program which I had no previous knowledge of. The beginning of production was frustrating, as my lack of understanding of the program deterred me from moving forward and reduced my motivation. However, with the help of countless tutorials online, I expanded my skill set in order to overcome this challenge. I learned key tools such as adding materials to objects, which aided me to create a highly aesthetic final product and ultimately create an initial attraction between the target market and the product. After the external walls and floor plan were created, I began designing the interiors. I created kitchens, bathrooms, bedrooms, and living areas. These were built through the object tools, which allowed me to customize each object for each specific room. However, I faced challenges whilst designing the ground floor interior, which had to include stimulants to ensure the product fulfilled its need of reducing the progression of Alzheimer's. This became a barrier, as ArchiCAD only has limited colour options available, meaning I was not able to completely fulfill my vision for these areas. After all furniture and interior designs were finalised, I was able to produce the final digital walkthrough in ArchiCAD's camera settings, allowing me to simulate a walkthrough of the house to present all final elements of the design.